Hey, wait! Do you hear that? It kind of sounds like someone's trying to say, thank you for watching. May 21st, 2150. The IKS Barkhat and Vakul have been built to find new planets and systems to conquer and exploit. Captain Takh, head of House Takh, has taken command of the IKS Barkhat. Captain Tia of House Takh has taken command of the IKS Vakul. The Vitra class was designed in the late 2140s by the Klingon Empire to be an exploratory vessel. At a length of 100 meters and a width of 80 meters, it has a crew complement of 35 spread across 6 decks. The class can sustain warp factor 3.2 for extended periods of time, and is equipped with a Type 4 titanium hull and Type 1 covariant deflector shields. The class is armed with one light photonic torpedo launcher, and has an optical sensor array, multi-purpose laboratories, and microfusion thrusters. October 24th, 2151. Captain Takh was scanning a moon in the Memphis system when he discovered a rectangular building that is deflecting our attempts to scan it. Captain Takh has decided to go down to the moon and investigate further. November 23rd, 2151. Captain Tia has received a distress call from orbit of Korvat 1 and has changed course to investigate. January 28th, 2152. A group of investigators have found a hidden factory on our penal colony Aurora Penthe. The building in a state of decay suggests that an old civilization built this factory. For what purpose we do not know, but the prisoners and criminals on Aurora Penthe could be trained to use this facility to repay their debts to the Empire. March 13th, 2152. Captain Takh went down to the building on the moon, and it appears to be an alien mural, and a carved slab of stone covered in writing. No life signs were detected, so the carved slab was taken and will be transported back to Kronos as a trophy for the Empire. April 2nd, 2152. Our probes in the Gorn system have detected starships and an inhabited desert planet. Scans taken by the probe show that the planet supports a sizable population. The High Council has decided to take some of the aliens for closer inspection. May 3rd, 2152. Captain Tia has found the vessel which is sending out the distress call. The vessel is not Klingon, but Captain Tia is in a good mood, so she hailed the vessel. The alien responds. We are Pakled. Our ship is the Mandor. Look for things. Things that make our ship go again. You help repair. Captain Tia did not like the Pakled's tone, so she cut the transmission and continued about her business, leaving the Pakleds to fend for themselves. December 18th, 2152. A team of covert special forces have abducted multiple aliens from the planet in the Gorn system, and made it out without alerting any of the patrolling alien starships. We were also able to acquire some of their technology, so we will be able to determine their technological capabilities compared to our own. The captives are to be interrogated upon their arrival to Kronos. July 8th, 2153. We have concluded our study of the aliens we took from the Gorn system. The captives proved remarkably unwilling to cooperate with us, resisting even our most persuasive interrogators. However, over time, they inadvertently gave us clues, eventually allowing us to effectively communicate with them on a basic level. From that point, we were able to piece together further details about them, as well as gain access to some of their computer systems. But we know that they are still holding information back from us. From the information we did gather, we identified their government as the Gorn Hegemony, and we have amassed considerable intelligence on their activities and capabilities. August 18th, 2153. Discontent has been growing on the IKS Barkhat. Unhappiness with Captain Takh's lack of thirst for combat. The executive officer, Kidra, begins to hear whispers of mutiny led by the chief engineer. A confrontation occurs in main engineering between Kidra and the chief engineer, but the chief convinces Kidra that Captain Takh is not fit for command. Storming the bridge, Kidra declares this to the captain, and challenges him to a fight to the death for command of the Barkhat. Captain Takh accepts the challenge. Captain Tach draws his disruptor, and an instant later, Ghidra's tortured withering form is vaporized in a cascade of disintegrating molecules. The crew stands there in silence, until Captain Tach orders them back to their stations. December 3rd, 2153. The High Council has finally selected a Governor Chronos. It shall be Governor Corniche, head of House Hretbeard. A governor for the penal colony of Rura Penthe is also needed, and Governor Philip of House Hall has been selected to make sure the prisoners are, well, taken care of. March 26th, 2154. We have discovered an alien vessel in the Archer system, and with the success of our previous abduction of the Gorn, the High Council has decided to attempt this again, but this time we will just take the alien vessel. July 25th, 2154. Our special forces were able to disable and capture the alien vessel after a bloody fight, which was so ferocious that there were almost no survivors. A few members of the special forces team paved their way to Stovacor, and others have brought great honor to their houses and to the Empire. Despite the aliens' frantic last-minute effort to wipe their computer systems and self-destruct the vessel, we were able to stop them, with the vessel still very much intact. The vessel will be transported back to Chronos and torn apart and studied. July 29th, 2154. Captain Tach has discovered an ancient shipyard in the Beta Linkal system. It has suffered significant battle damage, and it appears that entire sections of the facility are missing, so Captain Tach has decided to explore the station and take what remains. October 24th, 2154. Captain Tia has found a small short-range transmitter on the surface of Kittimer 5. It appears to be an ancient survey marker placed here eons ago to mark large deposits of rare resources. Luckily for us, it would appear that nobody ever came here to mine it out, so that means we can. February 3rd, 2155. Captain Tach has explored the ancient shipyard, and reports that power could be restored to the shipyard, and maybe even used to build ships for the Empire. August 1st, 2155. We have concluded our study of the alien vessel taken in the Archer system. The absence of a living crew made it difficult, but they left behind enough material for our linguists to gradually decipher their language and identify their government as the Suliban Cabal. Furthermore, we were able to study the vessel's technology, which helped our researchers to uncover some novel new approaches to our own research problems. October 19th, 2155. The Chronos station has constructed the IKS Korlor and Dorlech. The Korlor will be commanded by Captain Kolmar. The Dorlech will be commanded by Captain Sola. The High Council has also selected General Hrova to be the commander of the Imperial Army. May 17th, 2156. One of the Dakhul's shuttles crashed on the surface of Zerentine Prime. Captain Tia leads a landing party to rescue our crew. The landing party searches the crash site when they find a strange black liquid that slowly reforms itself into the shape of a humanoid. The being is blocking the way to our shuttle. Captain Tia demands to know what the being is. The being responds, "I am Armis, evil incarnate. When an entire society shreds its pain and resentment, its grudges and hatred, I am what's left." He asks to take the shuttle so he can leave the planet. Captain Tia refuses his request and demands the being move out of the way. Captain Tia's refusal infuriates Armis, and with a flick of one of his limbs, Armis directs a beam of energy at the captain, which engulfs her. The rest of the landing party tries to attack Armis and are killed, leaving only a few warriors left when Armis leaves like he got bored of fighting. Captain Tia's executive officer Zakhma assumes command and orders a quarantine of the planet, and launches a torpedo to destroy the shuttle so Armis can't escape. Vechma has been promoted to the captain of the Dakhul. After some time observing Armis from orbit, he starts consuming the entire planet, leaving it incapable of supporting life. June 19th, 2156. By utilizing tachyons, a particle found native to subspace, and our disruptors, we could use their energetic and unstable nature to significantly increase the damage output of our own disruptors. January 10th, 2157. Our engineers have developed the Grethor class, which will make a great addition to the first Raptor fleet, which has been placed under the command of Admiral Korath, head of House Korath. The Grethor class was designed in the late 2150s by the Klingon Empire to be a strike ship capable of deploying Klingon troops to a target, then return to the fleet for combat. At length of 200 meters and a width of 300 meters, it has a crew complement of 150 spread across 15 decks. The class is equipped with a Type 4 titanium hull, additional armor plating, and a Type 3 deflector shield. The class is armed with 5 light tetraronic disruptors, 1 heavy tetraronic disruptor, and 2 light photonic torpedo launchers. It also has a spintronic main computer, additional bulkheads for sealing off damaged and decompressed sections of the vessel, and a backup spintronic computer in the event that the main computer fails. October 21st, 2157. Captain Tuch has discovered an asteroid in stable orbit around Archer 5 that does not belong there. It was towed there a long time ago. Massive engine sections and braking thrusters can still be found on the asteroid. Whoever moved the asteroid also mined it completely, leaving nothing but stone. January 5th, 2158. Captain Kolmar has discovered an alien probe in the orbit of Zeta Leporis 3A. A surge of nucleonic particles are detected moments before a beam penetrates the Kolor's hull. The beam is directed at Captain Kolmar. After a moment, he falls to the floor unconscious. The executive officer orders shields up. The medical officer disagrees, saying that cutting off the beam could kill the captain, and the tactical officer says the ship is under attack, and the rest of them could be next. The shields appear to have cut off the beam. For a moment, the captain seems fine until he bursts into a violent fit of spasms and screams. The medical officer strongly suggests the shields be lowered, and the tactical officer advises firing disruptors, and completely destroying the probe. The executive officer orders the tactical officer to destroy the probe. The captain remains in his sleeping state for a minute, before suddenly waking up screaming and spasming again. The medical team sedates him. Several hours later, the captain awakes in the medical bay, apparently unharmed. December 30th, 2160. Captain Sola has found a large amount of chronoton particles, and they appear to be emanating from a small vessel, but our sensors are unable to penetrate their hull. Captain Sola hails the vessel. The vessel responds to the hail, and a Klingon materializes on the bridge, saying she is Professor Vixis, and she has traveled back in time 2 centuries to study the crew of the Darlech. Captain Sola refuses to be studied. Professor Vixis appears visibly upset and angry at the captain's refusal, but she respects the decision, and returns to her shuttle, which disappears in a burst of chronoton particles. November 27th, 2161. Captain Sola has detected a very subtle shift in subspace that indicates the presence of an object hidden in plain sight. The science officer suggests that a concentrated tachyon emission from the main deflector may be sufficient to reveal the object. The tachyon burst revealed the object. It appears to be similar in function to a probe equipped with some sort of cloaking technology to hide it from most forms of detection. The probe attempted to activate a self-destruct sequence, but the tactical officer was able to disable the probe. The probe was brought into the cargo bay where we were able to study it and access its memory core. The probe itself appears to be ancient, so much so that the species that built it might even be extinct. The data we accessed is corrupted and heavily fragmented, but we were able to piece together a portion of its navigational data. December 9th, 2161. We have developed a more stable warp drive, allowing us to sustain warp factor 3.2 and reach a maximum speed of warp factor 4. November 7th, 2162. There are bands of pirates setting up bases in the Alpha Kali and Regulus systems, so the first Raptor fleet under Admiral Korath has been sent to wipe them out and seize their goods. December 14th, 2163. Our campaign against the pirates was successful, and we have only lost 2 birds of prey. Admiral Korath and many others brought great honor to their houses and to the Empire. March 1st, 2164. The High Council has started an armament program, encouraging the great houses to build and maintain their own militias for the defense of the Empire. House Tach and House Merech are the first to start constructing their militias. August 13th, 2164. The first Raptor fleet has been sent to the border with the Gorn hegemony, since the High Council has been looking for someone to launch a raid against for honor and resources. January 1st, 2165. The High Council has decided to commence the raiding of the Gorn hegemony. The first Raptor fleet has been sent into Gorn space. The Great Houses have been asked to send their militias to raid the Gorn. May 11th, 2165. We have received a transmission from the Sharonite Commission. They appear to have translated our language. They have opened diplomatic channels with us. June 20th, 2165. The Gorn hegemony has sent their main fleet to engage the first Raptor fleet. They outnumber us 2-1, but we will prevail. The Gorn dogs couldn't even penetrate our shields. We have crushed them easily. October 19th, 2165. The first Raptor fleet and a fleet from the House of Marech are en route to finish off what remains of the Gorn by attacking their main shipyard and their homeworld. December 10th, 2165. With the destruction of their shipyard and the raiding of their planets, the Gorn have surrendered and given us the Hali and Tiborn systems. June 2nd, 2166. We have been invited to the Interspecies Medical Exchange. Doctors across the Empire have recommended participation, as it could benefit us greatly. The downside is we would be expected to cover some costs associated with joining the exchange, but we believe the benefits outweigh the costs. March 3rd, 2166. The second Raptor fleet has been formed and needs a leader, so the Great Houses have been asked to nominate their picks. Jaedin of House Takh has been chosen to lead the fleet. May 11th, 2166. We have received a transmission from a government calling themselves United Earth, and they seem to have translated our language. They have also put us in contact with the Andorian Empire, Vulcan High Command, and Tellarite Technocracy. September 13th, 2166. Our intelligence operatives that have been put in place in the United Earth have discovered something alarming. A group of humans have declared a state of their own in the Nova Satara system. They claim to be the inheritors of the Great Khan, whoever that is. The population is composed of genetically engineered supermen and women that were left over from some great war on Earth. This raises concerns among the High Council, since genetically altered beings could overpower us if designed for that purpose. August 4th, 2167. The High Council has started to plan for a raiding campaign of the Akamarian sovereignty, so the first Raptor fleet is being sent to the border along with fleets from the Great Houses. September 26th, 2167. The High Council has decided to close the borders to all foreign powers, and orders all foreign ships out of our space. Over 15 foreign ships have been escorted to their respective borders. December 28th, 2167. The High Council has ordered the first Raptor fleet to commence the raiding of the Akamarian sovereignty, and the Great Houses have also launched raids. February 18th, 2168. The Akamarian sovereignty has the audacity to send a fleet into our space. A fleet from the House of Marech has set an intercept course in the WEDS system. The fleet from the House of Marech has dealt with the Akamarian fleet with ease. August 13th, 2168. Our raid has ended and the Akamarian sovereignty has surrendered 4 systems to us as payment to stop the raiding, which we have accepted. June 1st, 2169. Our team in charge of researching the aliens detected in the Beta Leonis system reports attempts by the aliens to hack into our systems. Fortunately, we were able to detect and stop them before they could access anything that would be of any use to them. January 1st, 2170. It has come time for the High Council to decide who will be the Chancellor for the next 20 years. The current top picks are Chancellor Marech, Captain Takh, Scientist Hoch, and Captain Sola. The Council, after deliberation, has picked to remain with Chancellor Marech for the next 20 years, or until he is removed from power via challenge or death. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment down below if you would like a character in this series. There is a spreadsheet down below that details the current state of the Empire if you are interested. As always, thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day.
Live long and prosper.